Hello everybody, I'm Brandon and welcome to Aquamarine Aquatic Pets YouTube channel. Today we actually be converting a very interesting tank. We have a freshwater tank right here as you see. It's a 10 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot height. So it's a very interesting setup. Let me run through with you how we do the freshwater to marine conversion. So my videographer has found me halfway while I was doing some works itself. So we have finished removing the water, arowana and the Siamese tigers, and also remove the Rockscapes. The freshwater scapes, I will call it. Today our objective is actually to remove all the old freshwater equipments and add in new marine equipments. As for the display tank, we will be doing up the Rockscape starting with our first island itself. So have a look at it. Okay, so now I'm gonna have one of my staff to actually jump into the tank to actually add the rocks and finalize the Rockscape and do some final gluing. So this is the most important process in your marine aquarium. If you do not do the rocks properly, you have a hard time later on. And of course, you cannot stick much corals, you cannot have the corals you like, you have problem with the flow, everything goes wrong. As for this huge tank, we have no choice but I really have to jump inside and glue, make sure everything is perfect before we even add water, before we even add any sand. Yeah, 后面打到动到玻璃。So while he's doing the Rockscape, finalizing the Rockscape, I'll be doing the cleaning up of the sump tank, removing whatever freshwater equipment there is and actually putting the items for marine. Later on, I'll explain to you why I chose certain items for this tank itself, why there is a need to employ certain equipment just for this tank itself. So for now, I'll be going through with you the stuff that he has, roughly. So for example, he has a very simple filtration machine, just like most freshwater tanks do. The water just goes down into the media, and he has a very special K3 media that helps to increase the exposed surface area and therefore allows him to keep much more fishes inside his main tank. However, for marine, we actually decide to remove this because there's a need of other equipments to be put inside the tank as well. He has these two return pumps which I will be removing because they are really underpowered for marine tank, and this small UV also, which all will be removed too. And also there's a very interesting equipment over here. He has this RO filtration. So when we do our automated top-off in our marine system, this is especially useful. So it's very all closely located each other, which makes it very easy to maintain a marine aquarium in the future. Okay, today we have done the rockscaping and some of the sump tank components. So as you can see, the rockscape is half completed. Now we're going to prepare more smaller rocks, smaller scapes, bring it over here, and we're going to finalize the scape. So see you guys in a few more days. See you! Okay, now it's day 3, so let's have a look at the tank. Hello everybody, welcome back. In day 2, we actually have completed most of the Rockscape and we are almost done with the sump tank. We have attached the return pumps onto the sump tank. So today, day 3, we are going to finalize some of the wave makers, add in a few more lighting systems, do some final wire management, and we'll actually be running fresh water throughout the tank. Actively clean out all the waste that was in the aquarium before, like all the excess sand, the triters, dirt, all the glue, silicone and everything that we have done up in the tank itself. This is a very important process where the fresh water has to run 24 hours. The chlorine will actually kill everything inside so that the system can start up properly in the future. So we have just finished changing the wave maker, we just finished changing the lights adding the wave makers, and now we're going to add fresh water in the tank. This process is like what I mentioned earlier, it helps to clean out all the detritus and everything. It's going to be a super long process because of the massive size of the tank itself. So this is the addition of the fresh water. Okay, so we just finished adding the wave makers, and we have also finished changing the lights itself. So the next process of today is actually to add the fresh water to clear out all the detritus like I mentioned earlier, and also to clear out the SAM and any waste from its previous freshwater habitat will be cleared away. So this fresh water actually helps to kill everything that is in the tank and flush them out and filter them out. So this is the most important process to make sure your marine tank starts up nicely. Hello everyone, welcome back. So now is the second week after the tank is fully cycled. Some of the livestock has been placed in the tank already. Now we are just preparing slightly more livestock over here. As you can see, all these boxes are for him. We are going into his house to place more corals, more fish, more epicness. Let's go! So, of course, we are going to be using Tropic Marine Symbiotic Salt. This is one of the best salt to start up your tank because it has probiotic bacteria inside, starts up quick, perfect water parameters, and of course, fish stability. This is the best salt to be used if you want to start up your tank quickly. You want to put in your corals and your fishes quickly. This is the best salt to use. Oh, Tropic Marine, I want the best salt. Of course, the price is quite premium. No, it's not. The salt to water ratio is one of the lowest in the industry, saving you money for your bacteria itself. So if you ask me whether it's worth it, it's probably the best salt you ever used. So what are you waiting for? Take it from me. I've been in the industry for a while now, you guys would know, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions if you guys come by to our store. Okay, now welcome back. We are right here at the area itself. As you can see, we already added quite a number of corals inside, and they are doing very well after 2 to 3 weeks. So what we're gonna do now is continually to add corals, more corals into the system, such as your scolies. I brought some holy grail and one gigantic SPS to be added. So for this addition of your corals, we will be having one of our guys to actually go inside the tank to add. This is so that we can ensure the proper placement, make sure it's glued on correctly, and make sure it does not fall off suddenly when we're not around. This is to make sure that your tank is stable and your corals don't randomly fly around and die when we're not around. Yeah. And also we'll be adding fishes today. As you can see, we brought quite a lot of fishes. This is the fishes that we had quarantined for him. We have a huge spotted face right there, and also this gigantic orange shoulder tank, about 10-inch, and bunch of fintail wrasses. We have our yellowtail damsels, basic, and yellow wrasse, and of course our square box antias. So I really love to add antias in the aquarium because it helps to provide the additional fish. It's a filler fish to provide like some movement in the tank. And with this fish, they can feed actively and of course produce the nutrients for your corals. And this is where I always emphasize oversizing your skimmer so that you can have more fishes and you don't need to worry about changing your skimmer later on and all that stress, keeping your tank clean and everything. So with a bigger skimmer, you can have more fishes and better product. But you don't leave all your weight. This one cannot leave all your weight. This one I put behind here so that we have more space to walk. 很多的你放这边哦。Okay, so now we are just done putting the corals into the tank, and now we'll be starting our maintenance itself, cleaning the glass and all your usual maintenance, testing the water parameters and everything, and we will get back to you shortly on the equipment that he uses. Cheers! Okay, so now we have done adding the livestocks in. Now I'll be explaining the equipments to you. So before we commissioned this tank, there wasn't really much equipment itself. So we modified and mix and match some different equipments in order to make it successful. So looking here, right now, of course, is your ATO chamber. So this used to be a 24/7 automated water change system for its freshwater tank, but we converted it to, we block the channels and make sure that it's only using ATO. This chamber is our ATO chamber. So it has a pump attached. This is our ATO pump, and this is our water sensor. So the purpose of ATO is actually to make sure to account for evaporation. In marine, we use salt water, and therefore whenever there's some evaporation in the environment itself, it loses H2O. What we're gonna do is that when the water level drops, it auto top ups the fresh water into the aquarium. And we have this RODI filter system right here to make sure that the water entering is fully clean before it enters into the system. Next, so here we can see he has two return pumps over here. This is the MDP 15,000 actually. It's a very powerful return pump so that it can increase the turnover rate of your water. With a higher turnover rate, your corals and your tank will actually be cleaner and higher chance for your livestock to survive. And he has a backup pump over here, this 6500 EP by Jalan. It also, we modified the front such that it will suck the triters from the bottom of the tank. So this ensures that the sump tank is always clean and there's not much floating things around. And next, over here, he has a Aqua Excel reactor system, a huge one in here running on phosphates. As you guys know, phosphates is a very important element in your aquarium. Make sure it does not get too high, if not your corals will be very stressed out. So what I do is I always have a filter sock over here and make sure the water comes out onto the filter sock. Number one, it does not dirty your sump tank. Number two, if any of the granules come out and go in your display tank, it will actually harm your corals and choke your clam. So if you guys haven't already know, if you guys are experiencing southern clam there for no reason, most likely is due to all these small little granules from your GFO. And next, this chiller system, which I'll be talking about more later. So this is a cooling coil that we attached outside. And of course, these two giant monsters over here are our SV257 Skimz skimmer. So as you guys can see, the bubbling is really very good. So there's slightly a lot, so I'll just slightly tune it down to power 12, and yeah, that's all. Okay, these two skimmers are our SV257. These are from Skimz itself. It's our own Singapore in-house brand. If you guys do not already know, it's distributed internationally. It has a very powerful system such that each one can handle volume up to 3000 liters. And the reason why I decided to put two instead of one large one is due to, you know, your freshwater sump, there's a lot of dividers. We cannot really add one large one over here. So I decided to add two and really oversize the skimmer by a lot in order to suck up more detritus, to add more fishes into the system. This is especially useful if you are a fish lover. And behind here we have 2x aquasonic UV lamp. They are 55 watts each, so I connected them in series such that it will continue to kill all the floating protozoan. So these two UV lamps are connected in series such that so that it will kill any protozoans that enter and reduce the amount of algae in the tank. So actually a good UV will help the system a lot. And next is that we have our chamber of our media over here. So I decided to keep this lid over such that it will prevent any detritus or any like random splash from entering into the media. And to our left is the filter wool traditional overflow filter wool system. I made use of a freshwater style. So we have these three chambers over here. In freshwater system, this is very common. In freshwater systems, they love to use this three chamber system where water always get cleansed in each layer, making your water extremely clean. So what this does for marine is actually really very beneficial. We want our waters to be clean, we want it to be free from all the floating detritus all over the place. So this is a very useful system. And take note, the water just flows through them. The water does not stay over there such that the detritus will continue to decompose. So this is a benefit of this system in marine. Lastly, I'll show you the air conditioning system. So we installed this R32 Daikin compressor. Because this tank is about 3000 liters, if you minus the rocks away and all the equipment away, is about 2005 to 2006. So this large air conditioning system is very useful to chill down your water at a faster rate, quieter, and it's much more efficient. So as you guys can see, the temperature is over here. This is the temperature sensor. I set it to 25.5 and it will reach to a highest temperature of 26.0 before it starts to chill down to 25.5 again. I love this system because it allows you to set a lower differential between the time that the chiller kicks in and when it and the temperature that it cools down. So I like it to be 25.5, not higher, not lower. It's actually really healthy for your corals. So over here we have our 5 iPi 8 Pros. So these are USA LEDs. They are different from your usual 8 SEs. These are your upgraded versions and they are very powerful and long lasting as well. And of course for a good price as well. It's a very worth it piece to use at an aquarium. As you can see from the lighting itself, it can even shine down 3 feet deep tanks. So as for the wave maker systems, we have 2 times Jabal MCP 180s. So these are the strongest gyro flow wave makers that we can possibly employ in the aquarium. And we have 2 MOW22s. So these directional wave makers can actually hit all the dead spots that are in the aquarium that cannot be hit by the gyro systems. So these are especially useful. And from what I see currently, there are still some dead spots in the aquarium that I can employ more of these directional wave makers. So I'll probably be employing one over here to blast some flow over to make sure all your corals have equal flow among the tank. And yeah, I think that's about it for the equipments. Now moving on to the livestocks. Okay, so now the livestocks component of this tank. We have added some beautiful XXL size Australian acons, super huge ass acons. These are ultra acons as well, so really beautiful colorations. And also our Zoa colony here. You can see the nice polyps that is open. Many different species together, chucked in one colony to make it look very impressive. It will grow over your rocks and slowly overtake the rocks with its beautiful colorations. So we have some colonies of Australian hammers as well over here, really nice colors, toxic hammer. So we have a yellow hammer and our purple frog spawn. And we have some nice holy grails yet to be opened because we just added them in. These are really expensive and rare to find around the world. Yeah, especially this yellow tip green torch and this super colored grade A holy grail as well. Of course, we have some other torches, your black torches, to fill the gap and to create a contrast between the other torches. And of course, some more holy grails and some Tispa Antias disturbing us. Gold torches, your beautiful gold torches, and some ultra colored brains. Get out over here and some over here. And on top, we are mostly playing soft coral systems. So they will look very impressive when they are large and create a contrast between soft corals and hard corals and a mixed reef tank. So this large piece here was actually from our own display tank. Opens up super huge and has luminous polyps. This was actually grown by us for about 3 to 4 years actually. By the time it came, it was only a small piece, but now it's grown into such a huge piece. And some neptias to create the flow, to create the movement in the tank. And onto our most interesting center rock. This is fully filled with SPS. We can see the grafted Monty. Over here you can see the grafted colorations building in. And it's a super XXL large piece. You can't really find this anywhere else really. So we have this some Australian corals, or the polyp extensions, which is very difficult to get. Some Raja Rampage. This is from USA. It's a very large piece, about my hand size. And this mycelium, I kind of forgot the name. It's a blue mycelium, which is very difficult to find as well. And the blue tank. Well, we have some beach bum, crazy tea, Montipora, right behind here, sitting behind here is very happy. And our yellow tenues, which is super hard to keep, but we managed to hold the colorations. And our Indonesia super large Millipora, our display tanks, blue staghorn, some easy to keep yellow Spongioides to create a contrast between the other colorations. And this is one of my favorite coral. This is a rainbow Millipora. Looks super beautiful. Also we have these strawberry fields. As you can see, it's a full-size colony, not those small and not so large ones. So the large one actually Makes the tank feel really mature and big and is able to hold. Excuse the slime because it was just put inside the aquarium, but the flow should remove it. Okay, and now one of our most expensive rocks here. You can see this beautiful master grade scoly. It's been years since I came across something so big. And we have our typical bleeding apples and our ultra grade wall paints. Some different type of a bleeding apple, which is a coloration that's slightly harder to find. And of course we have our super large yellow hammer colony right here. It's been grown by us for a really long time. See how many hits there is, about total 70 overhits. And our gonioporas, and behind there's one as well. Happily flowing in the wind. Grandmaster tiger, red gonioporas and our yellow gonioporas. And this is our hammer garden. So you can see a lot of different colorations from hammers all around the world. This bicolor hammer, and this is our king spawn coral. So this is something really different from your other type of corals. Really difficult to find. And your luminous green hammers create a different contrast between the colors. And of course, this is our expensive orange hammer. You see the colorations, they are really true orange. And our huge yellow hammers. Yes, this is my favorite coloration of frog spawn actually. Yellow base and blue tips, so it looks really good. And of course, on top we have our soft coral garden. Cannot really see the colorations because it's mainly blue light, but we have the coat coral, Australia green leather, Neptia, some nice leathers for which when they grow up when they grow out, you'll be very impressive. So that's all for our coral montage in this tank. It will look very impressive as the time goes on. We will definitely post an update video. For the fishes as well, here there is a designer clownfish. This is a S1 grade designer clownfish from Taiwan. Super ultra high grade. We'll be slowly adding more clownfish as the tank stabilizes. And we have a few square box antillas just chilling at the overflow because they just been added in. They're a bit stressed, they need to find a home for themselves. And we have our tank species. So we have our purple tank chilling right here, really stable. And sand-sifting goby making his home, yellow russes, and our huge showpiece orange shoulder tank. Yep, it's very stable, quarantine. And of course some yellow yellow-tailed damsels to create a movement in the tank. We also have a group of these spa antillas, also to create a movement in the tank. We have a total of 6 blue tanks inside. Everybody loves dory. Also have some more fishes hiding behind actually. Vlamingi tank. Also have this spotted face, which is really difficult to find. I'm not sure if you guys can see him. Thank you everybody for watching our freshwater to marine conversion video. Please make sure to like, follow and subscribe. Oh yes, join our Telegram channel for more livestock updates and stay tuned for more content. See you, bye bye.